I love video games, and I love Pokemon. The thing is, with these type of things that I do love, there's always something to it. Majority of the time it's missed out potential with a lot of things that have already been shown. Pokemon has this wide list of things throughout all these games, and it's always unfortunate because they've shown themselves to be capable of actually filling out on these type of things. Pokemon Z, which is the placeholder for this game in question, was a game that had potential for all types of things. And it still has a chance to exist, but for now I'm going to tackle on what it could have been if it never came into fruition, or if it actually just never does. The first thing that could have been addressed is South Kalos. If you just compare the sizes of North Kalos and what potentially could be the size of South Kalos, you would see that we have a large amount of missed opportunities. The comparison is easy because of Kalos being based off of Friends, so we know what to pinpoint or focus on. There is so much room on what you could do here. But I think the easiest thing is just to point out that this is just another area for more gym leaders or some form of challenge on that. They don't really have to be any gym leaders, just something that would add on to extra gameplay like Johto, but without the completely terrible leveling. But with how easy X and Y was, I think consistent leveling wouldn't be too out of hand if we had a new set of gym leaders also. And there would also be more rooms for routes with more variety in Pokemon or talents to add on to the world building of Kalos. We don't get as in depth with the lore of Pokemon X and Y as we do in other games, so with this in addition to the games, we have a lot more room to speak on what hasn't been before. Done with South Kalos, so now on to the 69 new Pokemon of Kalos. If we were to have a new game, we would have potential in a lot new Pokemon, especially if South Kalos was incorporated, because then it gives us a direct reason as to why we weren't able to have access to the Pokemon before. It's as easy as that, Pokemon. Now on story, which is what I thought strongly for a bit, I believe that X and Y aren't the most engaging Pokemon games in terms of story and all-around world building connected to story and character. With Z, it would have been great to focus on what came after X and Y for say around 2 or 3 years later or so. Team Flare is out of the picture, so either there would have to be some sort of revitalization of the group through a different character with completely different motives, or we just got a new team. I don't dislike Lysander, but in terms of Pokemon villains, he was lacking in a lot of what makes his character unique and interesting. Honestly, it was just his hair. So it would be cool to see a new threat to the world, but what I get on the most is our potential challengers to our protagonist, our rivals from X and Y. Shauna, Tierno, Trevor, and the other character depending on what gender you picked in the game, so either Callum or Serena. Seeing the characters on how they've grown over time would have been amazing to see. A lot of people believe that they're underutilized as characters, but I believe that they had a huge chance on redemption on how well Pokemon does when revisiting characters at different times. Black 2 White 2 being the best example of this case. Now on to some game and story issues, because these are a fusion of the two in a sense. The first thing is the locked power plant. Look, I usually let this stuff go with other games because back in the day, they used to have places that were just done for show but hint at something for the future, but usually it was never actually followed up with. With this, I just need something to happen with this because honestly, this has me curious. And also the same thing with the whole town with the tower and all that. I completely forgot. Lumiose. Then finishing this off is the use of Zygarde. There is so much potential on what could have been done the whole time, but we had never seen anything. It could have been a horde battle with 5-10% Zygardes, and then with a battle with 50%, and then those two mashed together, and then there's a final battle with 100% Zygarde. Just as not as direct as I'm making it sound though. It could have been gym leader battle, horde battle where you're not allowed to capture, gym leader battle, then 50%, more plot, then complete Zygarde to finish it all off in a Delta episode type of thing, except make it good. Incorporation like that or anything would have been better than what actually happened with Zygarde. It's pretty sad. Now on the inside of the game, which you can just refer to as gameplay if needed, for Pokemon Z, I personally saw this game as the potential end to 6th gen. The reason for it is because Oris had a fair share of problems, though I thought that that could have just been fixed with what this game could have been. Lacking an endgame is a Pokemon specialty when it comes to 6th gen, but it didn't have to be that case for Z. Imagine if Z had some sort of battle factory type of thing to where you're able to fight all of the notable trainers from this gen or even older ones. It would have been cool to see and get invested in, and along with that, if it took place after Oris, which is what I would have wanted, it could have incorporated the flying mechanic that we have for Latios and Latias in Oris. We just apply that to a different Pokemon. That would have been in addition to the end game. For those that find solace in shiny hunting, there could have been even more with that too. And while those that are more focused on battling can just go mess around in the battle factory and see how long they can continue a streak. Also, with online being a thing, there should have been some sort of reward or sign of accomplishment, or there could have been, for those that have the highest score in the world in this battle factory that I just made up. Or even having the most Pokemon bred, or the most battles won in general. A Pokemon leaderboard honestly sounds pretty cool, and I've been thinking about doing a video on it, but that's for a different time. So in terms of what I would have liked to see, or what we could have seen, I'm done. I got everything that I wanted to talk about, but that doesn't have to be the end of the discussion. If there are things that you guys had in mind for Pokemon Z, be sure to comment. I love seeing what people think. Thank you all for watching. I plan to do more videos like this and a bunch of other things that I've planned in the future, so be sure to subscribe to see it all and be updated. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, it lets me know. Hopefully, I'll see you on the next one, so subscribe to stay updated. Until then, peace out and Godspeed.